Hello and welcome to another RCI tutorial video. This video is for users of the RCI and will show you how to add an email address to your account, as well as how to change your email address or delete it from your account altogether. Okay, so we're on the main Recovery Context Inventory website, and to start we have to go to the login page. So to get there, we'll go up here to the top right of the screen and click on the login button. As we're logging into a user account, we'll be using the space here on the left underneath the user login heading here. So as you're probably aware, your facilitator will enter the username for your account, and then you will take over and enter your password. For this video, I'll do both of these now. You probably noticed that as I typed in the username and the password, both were appearing as if they were dots. This is deliberately done to make sure the codes can't be seen as you type them, so they're kept safe and secure. So we've got our username and password entered, and I'll go ahead and click on the Login Now button. The first page we're brought to is your main dashboard. You will always be brought to this page when you log in. You'll see the account name that you picked when you created your account will be here, and the name of the service will be here. I created this account just for these videos, and the account name that I chose was Spider-Man. So, to add a new email address to this account, we'll be using one of the main navigational buttons that are along here. We're going to use this one called Add/Edit Email Preferences. So I'll go ahead and click on this button now. As you'll see, we're brought to a new page within your account. I'll move down the page a little bit where we have this heading, Your Current Email Address. If we go down here to these fields, you'll see they say type in details. This is because there is no email address for this account yet, but we'll be adding one now. But just before adding one, it's useful to point out this text here that provides you with some information and advice about entering an email address. And this reads, "This is optional. You do not have to enter an email address if you do not want to. If you enter an email address, do not use an email address that will identify you, i.e., do not use one that has your name in it. Entering an email address will help you to reset your RCI account password if you forget it. You will be the only person able to see your email address. If after reading this information you didn't feel like entering an email address, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to enter one if you don't want to. But for the sake of this video, we'll say I've read this information and I'm happy to add an email address. So I'll enter an email address that I've created just for the purposes of this video. This email address is useroftheRCI@gmail.com. I have to type this email twice, once into this area here, and then a second time into this area here. This is designed to make sure that I enter my email address correctly. Okay, so I've typed my email address twice, and to save it from my account, I'd click on this Save and Update button here, which I'll do now. After clicking that button, you'll see I get this message to let me know that the email address was updated. So at this point, the email address I just entered is now saved in my account. Now, we'll move on to the next part of this video, which will show you how to change an email address. So I'll now change the email address I just entered. But given that you might be starting this process when you log into your account, I'll go back to the main dashboard to start from the very beginning. So from the main dashboard, we'd click on this Add/Edit Email Preferences button, which takes us to the page where we can change the email address we already entered. Now that we're on this page, we'll say that I have a new email address, which is useroftherecoverycontextinventory@gmail.com. To put this in as my new email address here, I'll first delete the one I already entered. And now that that's done, I'll type in my new email address, and remember, I have to type it a second time into the confirm email address field here. Now, all I have to do is click on the Save and Update button here to save this new email address, which I'll do now. And you'll see we get the message here to say the email has been updated. So, moving on to the final part of this video now, which is going to show you how to delete an email address. I'll now delete the address I just entered. And we'll start this final process from the main dashboard again. So from the main dashboard, we'd click on the Add Edit Email Preferences button, which takes us to the page where we can now delete the email address that we've already entered. So to delete this email address, all I have to do is delete the text within both of these fields, like this. Once that's done, I can click on the Save and Update button here, and that will save the fact that I removed this email address from my account. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we do hope this has been helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, please speak with one of your local RCI facilitators.